Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Modern Day HITCH. Of beautiful goddesses and emperors and kings. Welcome back. We're going to have a little conversation today. And the conversation today is entitled Low Hanging Fruit. You know, me and my brother was talking a few weeks ago about low-hanging fruit. You ever heard that term before? Low-hanging fruit. And what it means that, in relationship terms, men have a proclivity, because women, a conscious woman, she's going to pick from the higher fruit. She's not going to pick anything from the low-hanging fruit or the fruit that's on the ground. Because, a woman, a queen, an empress, a goddess, her natural tendency is to look for the good in her mate. Security. Also one who she can bond with. And maybe have children with her lifeline. His lifeline. So she going up the tree, do a little bit more work, be a little more patient, and she'll get the better fruit. Men, on the other hand, we get the low-hanging fruit, the easy fruit, the fruit that's on the ground, that's almost rotten. And then you wonder why you're terrible, bad relationships. Low-hanging fruit. That's called low-hanging fruit. You see, your relationship partner is the exact reflection of you. The woman, she's the reflection of her man. In fact, you can only engage in a romantic relationship with people who are vibrating on your same frequency. Correct? Now, if you're always exposing your partner flaws, it's because deep inside you, deep inside you, you carry those same flaws. You just been projecting them until your partner to hide the fact that you, too, have the same habits and traits. See, that's what you get for getting the low-hanging fruit, men. Kind of do a little bit more work. If you consider yourself a high-value man, if you consider yourself a god, a king, an emperor, climb up to get better fruit. Now, sometimes a lot of us, men, when they get the low-hanging fruit, it's the lack of self-love. Self-love. And you will form a relationship with a person who also lacks self-love. The being with self-love, the beings who have self-love, never even attempt to form a relationship with you because they know you'll drain them instead of pour into them. See, we're like water. I water you, we're like the plants, like duality. If I water you, you're going to water me, and we both grow together. And again, that's because you're getting the easy fruit. You're even stepping into the rotten fruit that's on the ground. Because you have controlled the lower knife. It's all about sex. The universe to you. Not someone you have to climb up with and get better fruit to build with, to water each other and watch the plant. Watch the family. Watch us grow into a queendomship. The empty soul will always attract and form a relationship with another empty soul. And these type of people, they form a relationship out of lack. The relationship is just a distraction from the fact that they don't know love themselves. They desperately cling onto these low vibrationary relationships, the low hanging fruit, the fruit that's on the ground, and justification that at least somebody loves me. At least I can get some cat. At least I can be in the universe with the low hanging fruit, the rotten fruit that's on the ground. You know what they are. Yet The truth is that they don't even believe they're worthy of their own love. And thus, they neglect themselves and attract a partner who would neglect them as well. Now, if you had a higher self and higher self-worth and self-love, you wouldn't be left, and you would have left the relationship, right? You would have left the relationship instead of complaining and trying to expose your partner. You have already believed that you are worthy of a satisfying, loving, abundant relationship, and thus you wouldn't be settling for anything less. You would climb up the tree, you would do the work and get better fruit, better nutrient with nutrients, better ingredients, better flavor. The nutrients would be better. And the fruit, the higher fruit, with a little work involved. Yet the truth of how you really feel about yourself will always be reflected in how your partner treats you, the low-hanging fruit. And if you're constantly being treated like garbage, like you're a walking trash can or something, you ever seen a trash can walk and talk? It's because you're vibrating. You're vibrating, and you'll vibrate at the frequency of low-hanging fruit, dirty, ground, garbage, fruit, a trash can walking and talking. And once you do the work to remove your inner garbage, traumas, ego, lower vibrational energy that drain your self-worth, your self-love, and prevent you from recognizing that you are a treasure, you'll be able to attract better fruit. Yet it takes the commitment to yourself and the discipline that you're no longer going to carry the garbage around inside of you, complaining that you want treasure. You will no longer come to the tree and see the low-hanging fruit that's almost just this willing, all the bugs and flies on the fruit. One of them look like they've been bitten. Then you see the fruit on the ground. You will no longer be after that fruit. You want the higher fruit. You want the better fruit with the better nutrients. And you must release both the internal garbage and the external garbage, which manifests as the people keeping you locked into the garbage frequency, the low-hanging fruit frequency, the fruit that already fell off the tree. There's like, you had like an avocado, because you can't let them go too long, they get to start softening and get, it come from hard because they're ripe, and then it gets softer and softer and softer if you don't eat it, and next thing you know, it's low-hanging fruit. The more you have sex with those who don't love you fully, the more you program your consciousness that you aren't worthy. You aren't worthy of those who love you fully. Thus, you will be in an endless loop blaming the universe and everyone else simply because you lack self-worth, you lack self-love, and the discipline to change your frequency and attract better. You want the low-hanging fruit, don't you? It's not love that is keeping you in these low vibrationary relationships, because love is a high frequency. Instead, it is lust, fake expectations appearing real, which we call fear, traumas, insecurities, low self-worth, and lack of self-love. Even if the relationship looks good externally, and it's also getting praise, it's simply an illusion, and you always feel the truth that there is no true connection or substance behind it, because you got that low hanging fruit. You pick from the low. You pick from the ground hanging fruit, the ground fruit, the low hanging fruit. If you simply settle for an image, your biggest character flaw is that you would rather impress people than to actually be fulfilled internally. Your ego, which is an illusion, is more important, more imperative than true reality. Your reality. You would rather appear one way than to actually be that way, and thus every time you talk about your relationship, you will be exposing yourself and your actual reality. You deserve to have an actual satisfying relationship, male and female. You deserve to build a relationship based on self-love. You deserve to release the garbage and activate the treasure within. If you made it this far in the Modern Day HITCH, hit the subscribe button. Call me Unc David. Just call me Unc. Because I'm going to give you some information that can perpetuate you. They're going to bring you up in your relationships. I've been through it. I know what it's like. I know what it looks like. And I know every pain and every success that I've been through in my life. Okay? The Modern Day HITCH. The Modern Day HITCH. You made it this far in this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notifications. Let you know that we're back on. Brothers, stop getting those low-hanging fruit and the fruit that's on the ground that everybody don't have. Get your true queen. Women, stop getting the low-hanging fruit. Climb up, do a little work if you worth it. And get better fruit. Until next time, I love you. Peace.